Greetings from Philadelphia.
And greetings from New York.
How are you today?
I'm good. Just running errands. Just got my hair did. Uh, Going to Vegas tomorrow for
Oh,
like 2 days.
fun.
I didn't even realize tomorrow is Easter. I was more so excited. Oh, it's 420. I get to smoke all day. Like it just came to me. I was like, oh, right, Easter. So
I forgot about. I mean, I haven't eaten jelly beans in so long.
that's what you think of when you think of Easter, jelly beans.
I think of jelly beans. I think of Kristen Chenoweth in that American Gods movie. I think about the smell of vinegar and dying eggs and egg salad. I do like egg salad.
Oh, okay. But not the resurrection of Christ.
I enjoy that too. I mean,
I'm sorry.
nothing is wrong with you. Like, honestly, when I think of Easter, I don't think like when I think of the resurrection, then I think of Catholic and communion wafer. But yeah, I don't think of Easter and the church at the same time. Like Easter is like a kid's candy holiday because we never went to church on Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows.
Look, me too. How is Philadelphia right now? You've been there for 2 weeks now?
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks Tuesday. It is 80 degrees.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees in New York too. Like it's beautiful. Of course, when I'm about to leave, that's when New York wants to be cute for once.
Yes, it is time for it. The weather is very cute. I've got on shorts. I'm very excited. I'm going to take Bronx downtown.
Nice.
Well, I know you're doing well because you're still on your show.
Yeah, I post consistently and usually on time.
But speaking of who isn't on their show, let's get to Kenya.
Yeah, so a lot of people were anticipating this confessionals. Like she had the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance, lip sync into that, bad bitch energy, and then first it was Tuesday was just an announcement, even though she said the show was going to debut Tuesday, and then Friday she was just like, well, that is the debut, and again, Friday is just the trailer now. So it was a 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Yep. I feel like, Kenya, you're trying to stretch this out when you need to be playing ball with Bravo, or you may not be back on the network. Also, you've only done one girls trip. Like, why didn't they put you on Love Hotel?
Well, isn't she still married, or she's finally divorced?
Did that union ever mean anything? She could have gone on Love Island while she was still married. That man didn't give a shit about her.
True. She said, well, hopefully she can get the video up. Let me see. I'm so sorry I couldn't get the full video up on YouTube today. Praying my team will have it up tomorrow. I wish I had the luxury of saying my team. Y'all. And then love you guys and thank you for being patient. I'm just like, how does that happen?
You couldn't upload the video because your team needed to hit upload?
Yeah, like, is she not responsible for her own content? It's just these housewives, what they do, they just enlist people. Like they just want to put a camera in front of them and just start talking. They don't want to adjust the camera. They don't want to look at the footage. They don't want to look back at it. They don't want to edit it, of course. Like, I don't know. Like, it looks like Portia stole all her thunder because at least she's consistent.
Portia also is still on the show. Kenya, you know what really stole Kenya's thunder? Her not being on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that we are not going to fall in love with Britt Edie as an audience But I also think we're going to be so sick of both Kenya and Britt after this season. I feel a level of I'm over it coming on. And I think Angela Oakley is going to be the star.
I know I'm tired of it. And honestly, what I think happened was her legal team probably saw it and was just like, oh, you can't say that. We're going to have to edit that out. And maybe she found that out last minute. Like, I feel like she still is teetering the line on what she can say and not say. All she needed to do from the beginning was just sit down and shut up. Even with the Britt Edie thing, like, you had the fans on your side. It didn't matter if production didn't step in and you did nothing. She would have been a one-season wonder, like, guaranteed if Kenya didn't do anything.
I agree with that. You don't like going out and making things worse in the situation, like going out and committing a crime to show, oh, hey, she did something to me. That did not get you where you wanted you to be.
And also, Bravo, it just shows that she's not really sorry for what she did. And I think that's what Bravo wants. Like, Andy at least wants you to be like, I am so sorry I did that. I took it too far. Like, we don't hear that. Like, the one time she said that was to Tamron Hall, and that's just because Tamron's just a good journalist and was really not bullshitting with her and asking her the straight fire questions. So,
I mean, she's made her bed, and now we're going to watch her lie in it. And speaking of a made bed that someone is lying in, Karen Huger has been denied a reassignment to some type of work release program in a sober living facility that's less restrictive than prison. Well, the judge that sentenced her had to sign off on that. And the judge said, denied, like Suze Orman.
Yes, so I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. I thought you were going to go to Garcelle, but, we can go to Karen. I talked about this on my Pop Quickie the other day. And, yeah, she was denied. Like, the correctional officer, he approved it, but the judge denied it. And now she's just going to have to stay her full term in the Montgomery County Correctional Facility.
She got the toughest judge in Montgomery County.
The good news is for her is with good behavior, she may be out this November.
With good behavior? Well, I don't think she's going to act a fool in there. She seems to have calmed down. I mean, there's no alcohol for her to get in trouble.
Yeah, but look, I hope she gets out in November. She deserves it. Like, unlike Jen Shaw, whose sentence keeps getting lower and lower, there was no victim, thank God, in Karen's crime. Like, with Jen Shaw, she needs to serve every fucking day, in my opinion. So I do have that grace for Karen that maybe, she's learned her lesson now that she can't sidestep the law. And she already had three DUIs, right? Three strikes. What's really
about to make toilet wine. Ooh.
What's really crazy is allegedly, if someone wants to correct me in the chat, according to Garcelle, the initial, did I say Garcelle? I meant Giselle. Sorry, they're one and the same sometimes. Giselle said that she refused 6 months home, what is it, home jail? Confinement. Yeah, confinement. And yeah, she went to court. Home confinement. And oh my God, that's what kind of just blew my mind right there.
Yeah, you should have taken, but this is when you have no hubris. If she had hubris and could admit that she was wrong, then she would have taken the 6 months and been grateful. I mean, the truth is, who wants to go anywhere anymore anyway? I would love to be like, oh, I can't leave the house. I'm going to just sit here and play on my damn phone. You got a pool. You got delivery service. You don't need shit else.
Well, somebody said she probably would have to be around Ray all day.
Sober. And
See how
I don't
you
know
get
how
that
that could
little.
be elder abuse. I could see Karen getting real mean sober and abusing poor Ray. I don't know how I feel about that. I worry about him.
I love the alley oop, by the way, but yeah, I think Karen's learned her lesson, knowing that she can't sidestep the law now. So
Yeah, hopefully she'll be out by Thanksgiving and can have some sweet potato pie at home, not with the file in it.
and then she can possibly be at the reunion, or I would love to see that special Karen's, like when she got out of prison. I would love to see that. I mean, no one wanted to look at that Surrey County bullshit that she had, but I would look at this spinoff.
I it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen, if it's going to be possible for her to come back, because somebody said she might not be in shape to come back to the show when she gets out. Prison can rattle you, especially for 6 months. And two, I could see Karen saying, maybe I just don't want to go through the humiliation that I'm going to have to go through. I would stay off the show because I wouldn't give Giselle the satisfaction. I don't think I could let that water-filled neck jiggle and giggle at me. I just don't think I could watch that goiter
I love this.
bounce up and down at my misfortune.
I love this title suggestion, La Dame After Lockup. Perfect.
La Dame After Lockup. Amen.
Let's talk about Garcelle, like how she unfollowed her entire cast. What did you think about that? I already talked about it a bit.
I feel, Garcelle, you went out terrible. That you shouldn't have gone to the reunion. You should have stayed your happy ass at home. If you were going to go and your only read was accusing someone of a crime, that's not a read. That's not shade. You needed to hire a better sissy to come up with something if you really. And also, this is what happens when you dislike somebody too much. You get in your own way trying to get at them. You didn't need to go so low that nobody on the cast could side with you, and now you want to feel bad. Sutton couldn't side with you. Ain't nobody gonna accuse that mother of a crime. Like, we're not, like, no, that's not, that doesn't work. And she realized it didn't work. And instead of, really walking it back, you're like, these guys are all assholes. Yeah, well, you did something assholic and they called you out on it.
She's still, I don't know. I really like Garcelle, so I don't want people to think that like I'm like tugging on her wig a bit. She still follows Kathy, which I think is a choice. It just has to be a choice. You're following Kathy Hilton, but you unfollowed her sister. You unfollowed Sutton. Like, were they actually friends to begin with? I think that's just pettiness. But maybe she just wants to go where the money resides. She also follows Jennifer Tilly as well still. Do you think?
I mean, because
fine?
Jennifer and her are real actresses. I could see that. And she wants to go to Kathy Hilton's Christmas parties. Kathy Hilton throws the best parties, and Kathy ain't always cool with Kyle, but Kathy will be cool with Garcelle.
Well, luckily for Garcelle, Kathy says she don't see color. You remember that? What did you think about the reunion? I think it could have been 2 parts.
Oh, God. It could have been an hour and a half.
Yeah, 2 hour-and-a-half specials.
Erica, next season, if you don't have another octogenarian that you are trying to fleece, I don't want to see you. Erica, you don't matter poor. You are an insignificant white woman. You don't matter poor. So you can take your happy ass back to wherever, the backwoods of Atlanta. I don't want to see you. You're no longer rich. You're no longer interesting. You never had value. Your husband's money had value. You as a being, as a person, Erica, you never had value, ever. It was always his money, and it was stolen. So now your worth has been stolen. Go find it. It's between some old man's legs. Go find it. I'm sorry, you're a receptacle for fluids and you're not doing your job.
Moving on. I would only want to see Kyle if she comes out as a lesbian.
Thank you.
Like, I want to know, what are you doing behind the scenes? Like, you want to know so bad if Denise was, licking snatch. I want to know about you.
Hey, here's the thing. Denise ate cat on camera. We know what side her bread buttered on.
She did not eat cat on camera. Don't say allegedly. Allegedly.
No, I'm sorry. You saw the movie Wild Thing. She ate cat on camera.
I don't think I saw Wild Things.
Oh, I did. I saw Wild Thing. She ate cat on camera.
Hashtag ate cat on camera.
Girl, Wild Things was like the porn, like mainstream movie of our, like, it was a big deal. Like there was some lesbian scenes in there. Yeah, she like that lets you know.
Okay. What about Bose? Because I was looking through all three parts, sifting through to find problematic things against Garcelle. And I'm just like, what did she do? Like, everyone attacked this woman like for like a whole week before the reunion. Well, after the reunion, I would say. And over what? And I just think it was, I'm sorry, I'm saying it, I think it was whack of Garcelle to do that to Bose and put out that dog whistle of all skinfolk ain't kinfolk just because she didn't get behind her on the topic of the Rodgers. Just like, Bose just has a right to speak on something just how Garcelle does. So yeah, it's just like, I can't do nothing for you, sis. Like, you said something really, really terrible.
And it was so unnecessary. Like, you reached back 2 seasons to put your foot in your mouth. It was not necessary. Wasn't nobody even bring, you had to bring that damn robbery up at your beach house. You've got a beautiful beach house, but you gonna bring that damn robbery up. Don't Kenya yourself.
Well, I think her walk-off would have had more weight if she just walked out after the first part, because her seething and sulking in her seat for the remaining 7 hours, it just didn't work to her favor, because she just let Erica get away with that comment. Like, oh, you've peaked. And she's just like, oh, I guess I have. Like, what? You just gonna let that slide?
Because she didn't have anything to come back. And I mean, Erica is an easy read, like she's an easy lay. Come on, Garcelle. You've got to be snappy with it.
So do you agree with Erica when she said, this was when Garcelle had Sheree on the season. She said that Sutton is a liability for you. And someone pointed that out because she was so behind Sutton that she wasn't able to like create real relationships with the other ladies.
I feel that Garcelle wanted to buck the system and didn't want to be up under Kyle and Dorit. And I think that was the liability for her. Because at the end of the day, it's Kyle Richards' show.
I agree.
And so,
it needs to stop.
What?
That needs to stop. Like, I don't want it to be Kyle Richards' show anymore. They need to move forward.
Even if it's not Kyle Richards' show, there's always going to be a woman in the lead, and you as a newbie, you either like try to make friends with them, or you're going to be an adversary, or what she did was kind of ride the fence, and that only works for so long because then they're going to put you in an adversary position.
You know what really frustrates me too? Garcelle has been like just upgraded her style. She's been looking real good. Like, I'm just like, and now you want to leave?
And then I'm telling you, that red Rihanna wig was a work wig.
Not a work wig.
She put that shit on because she was going to work. She's like, I don't even want y'all to recognize me as dark-haired Garcelle. I'm going to try to switch it up on you, giving us a little Annie tomorrow. But I think that for what Garcelle wanted to achieve, You can't be on a reality show and not play reality show. You don't get to do that. Nobody is above it. And then what happens where you're going to get the edit that you don't like, that you were trying to avoid because you're going to step in it. I think that she would have been better off playing up to Kyle, playing up to Erica, and I feel like she would have gotten more of what she wanted out of this if you're gonna play it up, because you're on the show to play the game. You're on the show to play the game.
And people think like Garcelle's hands were just clean the entire like 5-year run she was on, which is just so funny to me. I love this comment, Miss Finesse. I stand by saying Garcelle got a normal housewives experience and she turned tail when the seat got hot.
That's what a lot of people have said the same thing. It just seems like, and the thing is, like, you said something that was, everybody's like, no, that's not really what we're going to say. And then you were upset nobody would back you up and then wanted to double down and pout. And it's like, that's avoiding accountability.
So one more comment I see. Garcelle sent that tweet before she saw the final edit. She could have been referring to something that did not make the cut. Even still, the timeline goes, the reunion was in like early March. She posted that comment, and then she put all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. She did the announcement that she's not coming back. Watch What Happens Live with Bose and Erica come on. If I'm Bose, I know that was a subliminal to me. And look, you were calling all these ladies assholes, but you expect Bose, well, the fans expect Bose to cape for Garcelle while Erica is reading her. And I'm just like, why? Like, why am I reading you when you just put out a subliminal about me? Like, no.
Very
so
true.
I still don't understand like why people just like so like clutching their pearls when Bose didn't really have anything to say.
And also, it wasn't Bose's fight.
Right. And I said on my review that 2 Black women can exist on Housewives. I mean, we see it on Miami, but y'all ninjas don't watch Miami for some strange reason.
Do you see Crystal coming back?
Crystal, we need to retire that. Leave her where she is. Just because she got a little bit more interesting when she got off the show, they will read her into the ground and she will go back into her cave crying. And she tries to big up her husband so much. Look, you already know what her husband looks like, and I'm not going to say it.
I don't know. I know.
This is who I want on Beverly Hills. These are the 2.
Oh, God. Okay. Kimora and her goiter and Christine Chu.
Right. One got the money and she's messy as fuck. Kimora, I mean, her entire life. So, and I think they do good in a group dynamic. Christine knows Kathy Hilton already.
Christine has money. She has more money than God. Like, that woman wears like $250,000 necklaces. That's what I want to see. Wealth. Exactly. I want to see money. I want to see something that'll make Erika Jayne jump off a building.
I think you would push Erika Jayne off the building if you had the chance.
No. Never.
Yeah, this isn't PopRoast Extra, y'all. I agree. No Crystal, no Teddy, no Camille, no Brandy. Thank you. I can't pronounce this name, but thank you.
Maybe one story.
I could not.
She'd be fine. Just twist the ankle.
Just one story. Anyway, what else is going on?
Oh, in You Want to Feel Old news, Kesha Cole announces the Way It Is 20th anniversary tour.
Yeah, it came out in 2005 when she had that candy apple red wig. I loved it. And I might peep it, even though her favorite album is her sophomore album.
She's gonna go on tour with Little Kim, Tink, Wale, and I'm like that honestly. I kind of
Wait,
want to see Little Kim.
you said Tink or Tank?
Tink, not Tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I love Kesha Cole. I mean, even though she did block me, like I still would support her music. I'll never forget that. I'm blocked by, Amanda Seales, Kesha Cole. Claudia Jordan has me blocked too.
I don't know why. I
Well,
will ask her to unblock you.
No. I know why. Because this was around the time that the Next 15 was on. And I just reviewed that. I finished reviewing it on my Patreon. And she was, I can't say it on here, but she was like terrible. Terrible. And did you notice in the reunion, I just did my recap for it. Well, I took my notes. She tried to revenge porn Jen.
Oh, with those.
She was like, this you, with your legs spread open. It looked like you. And then made it so the camera could see everything. And I'm just like, wow, she could not get away with that today.
No.
But she was a menace on that show. She was the common denominator. She was difficult. And it really showed why she's in the mess she's in today. And working with the team. I'm just saying.
I might have to rewatch that.
You really do. It is really good. And it's only 8 episodes.
Okay. I know. Well, I did a new Twitter account so that I would be unblocked, but Missy Elliott blocked me because I just asked her to get me a pair of socks from the back of the closet. She blocked me.
Well, Missy actually followed.
Dana blocks me.
Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked her when her next Drag King performance was. And there I go, blocked again. Nene blocked me because I asked her if she liked chicken-based feed or lamb-based feed. Because, I was going to have the moose over for Thanksgiving. I didn't know, I just wanted her to be comfortable. She blocks me. And I'm just trying to make the menu right for you. Rashida blocked me when I talked about her deal with Sunsweet because she's the original Georgia Prune, and she blocked me again when I asked her if she could carry $75 of groceries in her eye bags because they look like they could fit about 75 to 100. I just wanted to know personally, and blocked again, but it's okay.
Well, okay. Well, speaking of Nene, I did not bother watching her show, but did you watch the second episode that we finally got?
It was painful like a hemorrhoid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was. Her show is as bad as a malignant tumor. It's a malignant tumor, not benign, malignant. She had, and speaking of malignant, she had on Latasha Scott. And that's just a cancer cell that is sentient. She is a sentient tumor. And she looks like a tumor. She just get a thieving tumor. And what do tumors do? They steal life. It was awful. They talked about her diet twice. Like they just ran out of shit 30 minutes in and went back to veganism. I had to cut it. Then because what do? You cut a tumor out of your body and your life.
Well, Nene isn't a great interviewer to me. When I was watching, it looked like she wasn't even on the right side an interview should be on. She had some random girl from Neighborhood Talk on who had cards. You thought it was her show. Like, again, these housewives don't want to do anything. Like Nene, probably just wants to show up, have everything done for her. And the greatest thing about Nene, we love her when she's authentic. When she's on these type of shows where she has to actually think about it or carry something on her own. She doesn't really come off authentic.
It doesn't seem like she cares. Like when you interview, you care. You're interested. You're fascinated. You've got good. She don't have good questions. You could tell some sissy producer wrote them for her. Like there's no genuine interest in the other person. It was, and also you only had Latasha on to throw shade at Candy every chance you
Ooh,
got.
you read my mind. You read my mind. Of course, it wouldn't have been like an interview with Latasha if like Candy was not brought up. And it just feel like Nene will never not take a shot at Candy. Like between
And
Nene and Tamar, they are her biggest haters. Biggest haters.
and the thing is, Candy is just winning all up in their face. Like
Yeah.
Candy is busy in New York being the toast of Broadway. She's going to be Tony nominated yet again. She's palling around with Denzel Washington. Now you wanted to be an actress. She's actually got a Broadway show, but you know, you would have to have talent to be in that. So Candy couldn't.
Well, she was in Chicago, wasn't she, Nene?
And Cinderella.
And Cinderella.
But those are Disney Broadway shows. Candy's producing something with talent. Candy's producing something with range. With, you know, these are real actors. I don't think that stunt celebrity casting would even be necessary. I don't think that production would allow it.
Candy is worth more than the two of them combined. And I think they're really just angry about that. It is what it is.
And she keeps getting projects. She keeps getting work. She keeps coming up with things to do on her own. I feel like, Nene, maybe you should just retire. You don't want a talk show. You're not interested in the people. And also, like, this, like, era of, like, this area of YouTube that you're in, Carlos King beat you girls to the punch. And it's really kind of sad that he did, but like all the interviews that Nene would want, Carlos has already done within the last year. So it's not like these people are going to have anything new to say.
I agree. Moving on. What did you think about the whole space thing? The all-female crew, and then Gayle King. Like a lot of people had some things to say about it. Now, look, I didn't really care. I was just hoping that, you know, they came back down safely. But Gayle King decided to respond to the backlash when I think she should have just, you know, paid it dust. So she says she's disappointed that people weren't fans of the all-female space mission. Said it was meant to inspire young girls and women. And just like, have you been to space? Have you been to space? And if you've been, please let's have a conversation. I'm just like,
you gonna ask that? No, we don't have money to waste going to space. We ain't Oprah's best friend. Nor do the thing. We happy you came up space. We're the generation of the Challenger, okay? We didn't know if y'all's ass was coming back down or not. They just got some people stuck up there. Y'all took unnecessary risks. You took unnecessary journeys and you swam in the sea.
And then it was 11 minutes total. 11 minutes to go up in space and come right back down.
I need you to do it long. I need you to be able to do something longer than I can bottom for me to be impressed with you.
I think my wings in the air fryer weren't ready yet. Like, it takes longer for me to look for a porn, you know? Like, there's so many things you can do within the time. Like, they literally just wasted everybody's time. I guess it was just like bragging rights. Like, oh, I've been to space. I've been to space.
Oh, Martha Stewart was like, not to be counted out. She said, back in 2005, I went on a Boeing that got to the same speeds of space so that I could experience weightlessness.
But yeah,
It's like, oh, okay, Martha, you know, nobody invited you to space. I'm sorry. We need 80-year-olds in space. Like, people need to realize, like, there are health issues. You're going at a lot of different G forces. Keep your ass on the ground.
not someone saying, I still don't believe it. Those heifers were in Studio B filming. There was no live feed, just audio to not the conspiracy theory.
I think astronauts and engineers are only meant to be in space. Space is not out of town. Amen. Amen. Space is not out of town. We shouldn't just be, we don't know what it really does to us either. We don't know what you could get up there and then bring back. They got diseases in space that we don't find new life. That's not how you want to find it.
Well, did you think the whole thing was tone deaf?
In late stage capitalism, absolutely. It was tone deaf. I feel like you're trying to get people to do space tourism, which is a waste of money. Let's just grow food. How about that? Let's try, why instead of space, why don't we take care of the oceans? Because they keep talking about space like we're going somewhere. They found another planet that might have life 7 trillion light years away. And I'm like, thank God. That's how far away from us it needs to be so we can't fuck it up.
I think they're aware that we're in our, end of days. So they're trying to find a new planet.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Nobody cares about them going to space in a peen-shaped rocket. Thank you, Sheree Banks, for your super chat. Moving on to someone else who was denied. Diddy was denied. He tried to push the case back, but the case is going to be in 2 weeks.
May 5th, the trial of the century. I just wonder, we're finally going to see, the witnesses. We're finally going to see who was at these parties.
Well, it says Diddy's request to delay his trial by 2 months has been denied. A New York City judge said no to pushing it back, even after Diddy's team complained about slow evidence from prosecutors. The judge said with 4 law firms, so Diddy better be ready. Let's see. According to a court filing reported by People, 3 alleged victims will be allowed to testify under pseudonyms to protect their identities, while his ex-girlfriend Cassie is expected to testify using her real name. The courtroom is shaping up to be a major showdown with some high-profile testimony on deck.
I mean, you can't testify with this. I don't know how that's going to work because you have to face your accusers.
Diddy is being held without bail at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, where, fun fact, according to Neighborhood Talk, inmates can't use hair dye, which explains why he's been spotted in court rocking that graying goatee. According to AP, he appeared calm in court wearing his tan jail-issued outfit and even shared a quick moment with his mom, Janice Combs, waving and telling her, "I love you," from the defense table.
Wow.
I know, right?
I might have to go to New York for this trial.
Look, you might have to.
I might have to. Remember when I missed Karen Huger. I fucked that one up. I'm so glad that you got the shine you deserved. Because he called me that morning. He was like, "Do you want to do an episode?" And I was like, "No, you go on and do it by yourself. It'll be fine." Because we weren't expecting the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't want to miss out on this trial of the century.
I have a little bit of tea, too. So Brittany, one of my friends knew her personally. They used to hang out back in the day. They had, because my homegirl, she was in that life, Video Vixen or whatever. So this is some older pictures of her. And look, she did not need all that surgery. This is one of the pictures she sent me. She looks fine. Another one. This
It's
is
just so
her.
weird to see original faces.
Right, it's her original face. And ooh, some Diddy tea that I got. I'm gonna have to tell you this off camera. Apparently,
Oh,
he's been through some rappers, and I'm just like, oh my, oh my. I'm gonna
I'm
tell
not
you one, I'm
surprised.
gonna tell you one name off camera. You're gonna be like, what?
Wait, let me guess on.
Okay. Gotta
Okay.
guess. You get three guesses. Three guesses.
Nelly, the
No, that's not the name you told me, but I didn't get the list. She just told me one name, and I was just like, oh, you know
is it
what?
a
I'm
big
gonna tell you,
rapper?
there. You know them. You know them. Oh goodness.
Redman,
Let
Method
me
Man.
let me tell you in the chat, but please do not repeat this. I'm gonna tell you in
Okay.
the chat. Don't repeat
Okay.
it. Okay.
Oh God. I hope that comes out in court. That's
Look,
all I'm going to say. I hope that comes out. I want that to come out because I have, how do I say this? Logistical questions.
but it
Like,
makes sense.
was a
It makes sense.
scaffolding set up? What I want to, that shit didn't smell right. You
Okay, let's
know
move
that
on.
that crease. I don't
Let's
want to
move
know what that
on.
crease smell
Let's
like.
move on.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, um, in more prison news, um, Sean Kingston has been sent to jail because he could not afford his bail money. So Sean Kingston was held for several days inside a Miami federal prison after he was unable to secure a $100,000 bond in relation to his federal wire fraud case. Kingston was ordered to be remanded into the custody of the U.S. Marshals pending his sentencing due to him being unable to come up with the funds. He didn't know anybody, nobody.
That's why he's been stealing for the past 10 years now. That song "Beautiful Girl" hasn't been played on the radio for at least 15 years. That song's darn near as old as we are. That
I thought
song's
he
like
would have. I thought he would have some type of residuals from that song, like something. They said, despite this, Kingston's lawyer told the outlet that they have the money now and he is in the process of being released.
well, good luck, because you're going back in, because this is just for your trial. You're going to be found guilty like your mama, and you've been scamming jewelers all over the world. Like, people still think because you had that one song with Justin Bieber that you paid.
Justin who?
Bieber. That's what I
Like,
call it.
even Bronx is like, what? The chat don't give a fuck what we're talking about right now, and it's annoying. See, you can't really. Well, speaking of rappers, Lil Wayne, he said that he didn't watch Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. Says he'll no longer consider performing during the Super Bowl. They stole that feeling. I don't want to do it.
No one was asking you. I'm
Nobody.
glad you don't want to do it. They didn't want you to do it. They came to your city and left you at home. They didn't care whether you watched or not, because here's the thing, half the world did. Half the world wasn't interested in watching you.
I'm from New Orleans. I didn't expect Wayne to be in the Super Bowl. Now, it would have been nice had Kendrick Lamar invited Lil Wayne, but it all started from like one person saying that, oh, it should have been Wayne, and then it was like a domino effect, and just all you ninjas was just like, oh, well, Wayne should have did it, and he's not that good of a performer. He has hits. I'll give that to him. He has, he's one of the best rappers to do it. I'll say that too, but I just didn't think a Super Bowl performance was in the cards for him.
No one wants to see that lean-filled gremlin.
And just because it's in New Orleans don't mean it has to be a New Orleans artist.
True.
Crazy.
Would you consider Solange a New Orleans artist?
No, but she really do love the city though. She's from Houston. Even though like now there's so many New Orleanians in Houston. What made you bring up Solange?
I don't know, because I thought that she was from New Orleans.
No, she just lived in New Orleans for a while, but she moved since then.
Oh, because I thought she lived in New Orleans while they were on tour. Beyonce and the girls.
She lived in New Orleans around the time her album came out, the one that everybody loves, A Seat at the Table. I think when she was still married too.
Oh, yeah. I love her fashion concepts, like those ridiculously long sweaters. I want to get one of those.
Oh. Not Chris is the Knowles publicist. So what other hot topics you have? Because I think I went through all mine.
Well, we have Bose is starting a new show with Jimmy Fallon about branding. And I'm definitely... Yeah, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And also that's really big for a housewife to jump into another show this quickly.
Yeah, in her first season, she got a whole spinoff show.
Shannon Sharp's next podcast deal could quadruple his NFL earnings. How do you feel about Shannon Sharp as a podcaster?
Sounds like a loaded question, but I mean, he struck gold with it. Like, he sounds like Miss Netta, and he's ignorant on the podcast, and people love it. They're just entertained. It's literally like Miss Netta's twin brother or something. And look, he found his lane. And look, if Joe Budden can strike gold with his podcast, why not Shannon Sharp? Oh, and I see you got one of our headlines and you didn't even bring it up yet. That's why I was like, who is Brittany Renner and why is she a genius?
Oh,
please enlighten me and, find me a fuck.
Brittany Renner is the new wave. We're not going through men's phones in 2025. She said, I'm not going through my man's phone. If you look for trouble, you'll probably find it. And I said, finally, we are going to have a basketball wife on this show honest enough to say, I let my man cheat in peace. Finally, some honesty, some realness. Yes, because I am tired of the fake consternation. I am tired of the fake upsetness. He's cheating. Let him cheat in peace. You ain't going nowhere. I ain't going. Let's not make it a plot line anymore. Invite the heifer to dinner and shut up about it. Or leave him. If you don't want to be cheated on, then get out and get on. Ain't nobody stopping you, nobody holding you, nobody chaining you down. But if you going to stay out that phone.
So who are some people that you know in pop culture that let their man cheat in peace? Jada Pinkett Smith?
Oh, wait, what?
Jada Pinkett Smith?
There we go. They was cheating in quietly. If they could have kept that quiet, Tom Hanks and his wife had some years apart, but nobody knew about that publicly. I know for a fact Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell let each other cheat in peace. I know good and damn well they letting each other cheat in peace. Well, Kathy and Rick cheating in peace. Rashida
and Yandy?
Cheating it. Well, no, they're using it for a plot line. That's the thing. Stop using it for a plot line. In peace. In peace. In peace.
Snoop Dogg's wife.
Whoa! In peace. She don't give it. You know, last thing she'll ever touch is his phone. I don't need to talk to that bitch for what? My bills are paid. My colon is clean. I don't give a shit.
My colon is clean. I don't give a shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you just come up with that or somebody else?
No, that's got to be real.
Oh, okay. I was like, was that off the dome? LeBron James' wife.
Ooh. Savannah knows what side her bread is buttered on. And here's the thing, Alicia Keys, we are all adults. We are all adults. I'm not telling you to be in a relationship where you are not happy. But come on, we are all humans. Ain't none of us perfect. If that's the thing you got to deal with, I'm in peace.
Just don't embarrass me. Just don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me. Don't have me out here looking crazy.
Ooh, Lisa Rinna, because you know her husband, Harry Hamlin. I know he's sucking all the cock in town. Can I say that on here? Probably not.
Apparently. Well, you did.
I know he's enjoying that dick. Victoria Beckham. I haven't heard about
that. Because it's in peace. Because it's in peace. When it's in peace, nobody knows. Because nobody's embarrassing anybody. You know, you're not cheating with people that want to hurt the other person. It's just we're peopling. And relationships are complicated. And also, do you want to deal with his ass all the time?
We have some really good ones, like LL Cool J's wife, Method Man, Denzel. I don't know about Denzel wife.
I cheat in peace.
Yeah, Jamal Bryant.
We ain't never heard of nothing. I'm sorry. I believe Denzel is a nice. Well, actually, I've never heard that he was a nice person, so I do believe cheating in peace. I have never. You are hard pressed to find anybody that's met him that says he's nice. That's not famous. Right. Only famous people are like, oh, he's nice. Like regular people are like,
mean. I would never want to meet Denzel Washington in public.
I mean, I'll hit an old man. I don't care. Like,
you know
please.
What? You know what old man was nice? I met Morgan Freeman.
Oh, when you are that close to meeting God, you're going to be on your best behavior.
But let me tell you how long ago this was, and he was still an old man. This was when I lived in Atlanta. So this had to be from between, well, let me see. It was like the later years. It was at least between 2011 and 2013 when I met Morgan Freeman. And his assistant was cutting his food for him. So I'm like, how old is this man now? Like, he has to be at least 90 now.
Let me see.
How old is Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I would say 86.
87.
What?
87.
Okay. All right.
Because he's been, like in his 50s. So 80s. Yeah, that's a lot. He's been old all of our life.
Right. He's been looking that way since I saw him as Mr. Clark, for real.
Yeah. I'm 40 and I would love to have someone cut my food for me.
Look, to be fair, I mean, it was steak, you know.
Alex, he looked old in the electric company. You know what? He is the Black Christine Baranski. He's like always played 45. Like he's like even Christine Baranski, when she's young, she still reads as 45.
Who was the woman in Sister Act who played the head?
Dame Maggie Smith.
Okay, I mean, rest her soul, but she looked old forever too.
She was.
Like, how old was she in Sister Act 2?
She had to be, she passed in her 90s, so she was in her 50s or late 50s or early 60s then.
Damn. But she looked
like she went to a drama academy as a child and like has been working forever.
She was probably working with Shirley Temple,
Hmm.
Lucille Ball,
Yeah,
Frank
she's worked with
Sinatra.
Lucy. I
She's
don't
worked
know
with
if she did
Lucille
anything.
Ball before. I was just kidding.
Oh no, I mean Lucille Ball is a song and dance woman. Like they all like Lucille Ball was like one of those girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Lucille
don't,
can sing. Like they could all sing, act, and dance back then. That's when you had to be a triple threat. Judy Garland, yep. Barack doesn't cheat. I'll allow that because the Secret Service is on your ass.
well, I can't see it. I don't know. Like,
I feel it would be too much of a headache. I
right.
feel he would look at it as just too much of a headache.
Yeah. But yeah, those are some good names, y'all, by the way, because like who lets who cheat in peace?
Michelle, this is some, I guess, like irrelevant, but I think we'll kind of find it relevant. Michelle Williams and Michelle Williams met for the first time at Michelle's Broadway show,
Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her. I'm just so shocked. I'm like, how have you two not met in all of this time? Like like y'all have had the same name forever. You both have been famous forever. Like, cause I remember when Michelle Williams was in Chicago and the other Michelle Williams had a reality show and it was going around then. Oh, the girls with the same names, everybody was getting them confused. But I'm like, how, like, really? Y'all have never been in a room together till then? That's so crazy.
I think they're just been in completely different circles. And now, with social media, like it was just easier to happen. And then Michelle's really in her acting bag. So, I mean, and then I will say you should watch Death Becomes Her on Broadway. Like you should visit New York and because it was really good. Such a
I
good show.
Okay, because I want to get to it before it closes. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would
Yeah,
definitely like to see that.
so easy. I mean, and it's so quick for you to just come in the city and go right back because it's not that long to get back to Philly.
And I would bring a cardboard bridge for Michelle to sign.
Oh my God.
She's the
Look,
queen of the bridge. I think that would be appropriate.
fine. Fine. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but okay, fine.
Oh, no. I actually like Michelle.
Mm.
Remember the two Vanessa Williamses.
Who's the other Vanessa Williams?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
only one I acknowledge.
I only know about Colors of the Wind, Vanessa. But my favorite Nessa is no, it's just the missing part. How to keep it together, how to say it right, and let you know that every night I'll be dreaming. That is my favorite Vanessa. Soul Food Vanessa is also amazing, but Dreamin' Vanessa is my Vanessa. That's my friend in my head. Soul Food
Oh,
Vanessa, I feel, would get me together. Dreamin' Vanessa, we would sit around and talk about who we think is cute.
so wait, both actresses that played on Soul Food, it was two different Vanessa Williams that played the same role. Is that what y'all trying to say?
I don't.
Because that's what I'm kind of like. Or y'all just saying y'all's favorite Vanessa Williams? Because I'm kind of confused in the chat.
Hold on. I'm going to look up Vanessa A. Williams. Okay.
But
Vanessa.
yes, I mean, I love Soul Food Vanessa, but then there's also, Save the Best for Last.
Oh, that's a good Vanessa. Oh, yes, this is true. Yes, Vanessa Estelle Williams is an American actress and producer, best known for her roles as Maxine on the Showtime drama Soul Food from 2000 to 2004.
So Maxine was the one who was paying the, can we talk about what?
Yes.
That was her? Oh,
That
okay.
was her. So, yes, two Vanessa Williams played her.
Wait, that was Terry. Okay, all right. I see what y'all mean now. One played Terry, one played Maxine. Okay, I get it.
Oh, but Michelle Williams were both in DC World, Dawson's Creek and Destiny's Child.
Mm. Well, then, you learn something every day.
Portia Williams says that she dated her high school bully after her glow up just to break his heart.
Well, this was a great episode. I don't really know what to say to that. What can we say to that?
I mean, I think that's one of those things where it's like you shouldn't tell people that because you sound like a fool. Because basically you're telling us you went out with this man, gave him some puss, and you thought he was going to fall in love with you, but instead you were trash that took itself out.
I don't know. I don't really hold that much vitriol. Like, I remember certain bullies in high school, but if I saw them today, it'd just be like, whatever.
I mean, I haven't aged. And also, I don't know anyone that doesn't like me.
Well, you know what? I was going to say something to that, but I was like, no. Because we have a lot of haters.
Oh, well, but though I don't know them.
True.
I don't know them.
True.
I don't know them. They are not in my life. So I don't know why I'm in theirs. That's the real question. If they're hating and they're watching here, but hey, I need a clicking of you and $1 or $2.
And we can end on that.
Yes. On that note, I will see you sooner than Brittany sees her man's phone.
And I'll see you sooner than we see Kenya's confessional show.